Get in the action. Get in the action. Get in the action. Get in the
Hey yo, hey yo. What it
Hey,
do, man? It's your brother Atum Ra, J Nicole in the place to be. A1 Live. What's happening, J Nicole?
man, it's busy. You see, I'm sparkling today. That's how I get down in the universe sometimes. Sometimes I gotta put that little sparkle out there.
Hey, now for sure, for sure. And we appreciate everybody checking us out today. Make sure that y'all checking us out at moderntexasmedia.com. Got everything going on, latest and greatest. Make sure you get down with us. And then J Nicole, man, I've been waiting all week. It's time to let's get it started with these hot topics. Man. So, man, in 50 years, are people gonna be asking the question, where were you during the great Facebook blackout? Man, I tell you, look, I wasn't even on the internet that day, and I started getting texts about Facebook and IG.
So did I. So did I. A lot of people were like, "Is your Facebook working? Is your IG working?" I'm like, "I don't know. I haven't really been on there all day." Some people were losing their mind because, and their business too. Let's talk
Yeah.
about that.
Oh yeah, nah, for sure, yeah, nah, and, you gotta get down on the gram. Instagram was down too, so
I know.
I don't know about y'all, but my Instagram stories be fire. But you know what I'm saying, don't I ain't we ain't gonna talk about that
It's like the
right
world
now.
ended when Facebook and Instagram crashed. It was like nobody could function properly.
Right, man. I gotta put on my tinfoil hat for a minute because coincidentally, it came up in the news about some unethical things that were going on Facebook. And it wasn't just one thing. People were like, "Oh, well, what was?" Because Facebook whistleblower came out, and people were like, "Oh, well, what was she talking about?" Well, she was breaking down everything from how they understand the science to keep people addicted to their screens and how they intentionally work that science to keep people drawn in, how they understood that there was all this different misinformation out there and that they let it slide and that essentially they put profits over people. I mean,
Mm.
I can't really say that I'm surprised, but right after this happens, all of a sudden, you and some people are speculating they took it down to remove some things.
I,
Uh,
I'm one of those speculators. I speculate that exact notion. Because
yeah, but
it was too convenient for them, but
right.
not for the world.
Hey, all I got to say is I know one person that was not happy. That was Mr. Zuckerberg because apparently between the whistleblower and Facebook, and mind you, it wasn't just Facebook. It was Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, everything that the Facebook empire owns. But allegedly, he lost about $5 billion in net worth.
Did you say billion or did you say million?
Billion,
Billion. Goodness
billion.
gracious. I don't know about that. I wish that hurt me. 5 million would have hurt me. So I could only imagine how he feeling about losing 5 billion. But the thing is, if he running his business right, maybe he wouldn't have had that loss.
Right. No, absolutely. And then also it just goes to show that we need multiple ways and multiple apps in order to communicate with each other and do business. Unfortunately, like you mentioned, not only from the social aspect, a lot of people, depend on these platforms as far as it relates to their business.
Right.
And, obviously we all do. But if you only, some people are only on Instagram, they aren't on Facebook, whatever. So, if you're only on IG and it go down,
Yep.
choo, 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 choo,
You out
choo,
of there.
choo.
Get
Yeah,
your
man.
website popping. Your
Hey, man.
SEO game up.
Yeah, the great Facebook blackout. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, we made it through, man. We made it through. We made it through another one.
I'm glad A1 Live wasn't scheduled for that day.
Oh
You
yeah, oh
might have
yeah,
been mad too.
oh yeah, for sure, for
But
sure.
guess
That's
what?
fact.
Still would have been live on moderntexasmedia.com/live.
Factuals, factuals, factual. Well, and let's go ahead and get into some of this news. Get down with this community action news. Man, well, today in community action news, we're gonna start out talking about, man, we got a problem, not only here in Texas but across the country. But it really kind of came to a head um, this past week. There were several shootings in Texas. The one that I believe it was just yesterday, where it was a fight at a high school in Arlington, and it ended up with about three people being shot, I believe. And Jenny Cole, man, I remember getting in fights and stuff like that in school, but like, man, boys bringing the burner to school.
Yeah, that's crazy. We used to meet up at Tight White.
Yeah,
We used to go to Tight White and go knuckle to knuckle. But
right,
that's
right.
crazy. I do remember one time though. It was elementary school. One of the students had brought a gun, but they wasn't trying to kill nobody with it. They just was thought they was being cool or something, showing, look, I got a gun.
Oh yeah, and the suspect was identified as Timothy Simpkins. He's 18 years old and has, now he has a whole nother thing to deal with. But it's just crazy looking and dealing with all of the different incidents at the schools. But this one in Arlington actually made national headline news. I believe one of the people shot might have been an adult female who was pregnant. And we're obviously praying for her recovery. But yes, the suspect has turned himself in, and he's been charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Man,
Wow.
wow, 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 man. And so, in other news, we mentioned the other week about the Texas abortion law, and so not only is this local news, this has become a national headline.
Yeah.
Like everybody is either making jokes or just commenting on their situation, as far as it relates to the Texas abortion bill. Well, for abortion advocates, some good news just came out that a federal judge has issued a preliminary injunction against the Texas, what they call the heartbeat law. And if you're unaware with that, that essentially means that Texas passed a law that bans abortions once fetal cardiac activity is detected, which is usually around 6 weeks. And also, before some people even realize that they're pregnant. And
Right.
so for right now, and so what the law actually allowed was for people to take action against those that may have either performed abortions or maybe even help somebody get one after that 6 week period. And so now that there has been a temporary halt on the bill, um, where everybody's just kind of waiting to see like what's going to be the next move. But I do know that everybody is happy and excited that at least this bill has been placed on hold. What you
Yeah.
think, Janico?
I mean, my personal opinion on it is that no one should have the right to tell a woman what she can and can't do, you know, with her body. As the sign says, my body is my business, Now, after a certain point of time, then I think it should be cut off. But 6 weeks is not it. It's not it. You a lot of times, like you said, you don't even know if you could be with child at 6 weeks. I mean, I have two kids, and I didn't find out that I was pregnant with my first one until I was well over 6 weeks. So
Mm,
I mean, in that situation with me, had I decided to not want to, go forward with my pregnancy, then it would have been too late. And you never know what people are going through or how this child was conceived or anything like that. Having a child can sometimes be more mentally straining, depending on the situation. Then, everybody's pregnancy is not a happy pregnancy.
Hmm. Peace to that. Peace to that. Well, man, it's your brother Atun Ryan J. Nicole from Community Action News. And I think it's time for us to get fly. Man. So, man, this is our Market Black Business of the Week segment where every week, we bring in y'all wonderful people within the community that are innovative, that are out there doing their thing. And today is another one of those special days. And, hence the name of the show, Stay Fly. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know this brother, trust me, you will know this brother soon. He goes by the name Shern Cutter Smooth EP Digital.
Yeah.
What's up, my brother Shern Peters
Hey,
from New Age Nerds, Nanco Arrow? How you doing, my brother?
peace and blessings be upon y'all. Happy Wednesday to you. Good evening. Good evening. How you feel? I'm good.
Oh man,
Wonderful,
I'm feeling good.
wonderful. I'm just excited that Atun can actually get your whole name out because I still struggle with it. I always say, he has to introduce himself.
It's Shern Cutter Smooth EP Digital. So,
Okay.
that's
I'm gonna remember that.
yeah, you're gonna try, but it's all in practice. Practice makes perfect, right?
Oh yeah. And you got to say the whole thing like a Tribe Called Quest. You know what I mean? Gotta say it out, man. So, Shern, man. So, it's been a little minute since we had you on the show. What have you been up to since the last time we had you on, man?
Building flying cars.
What?
made the screen glitch a little bit.
All right. So, man, tell people know, what are you talking about with this flying cars, man?
Urban air vehicles, eVTOLs, orbs, flying cars, whatever you call it, but actual vehicles to get human beings of Houston, Space City, and beyond up and out of traffic into their own lane and to their destination. Yes, flying cars in the real deal, people.
So what you're telling me is that when this is complete, I could be riding in the sky, sitting back, whipping the wheel, gripping the grain in the sky.
In the most flyest manner possible.
Oh man.
Man, you already know I'm gonna be swinging and banging in the air, man.
Hey,
Son, what gave you the grand idea to build a flying car?
it was an idea that I had back in college, 2003. So at the time, I have to admit, I was doing a senior design project as a sophomore, working on a flying submarine. So a European group hired me on to do the design because they couldn't design it themselves. So I did the CAD design for it of a flying submarine, an airplane to take off, land on water, go underwater, submerge, then come back up and land back on ground. So to me, it's a cool vehicle, but I'm ready for flying cars, like to carry me about, right?
Yeah.
And then we can get to the submarine part, but can we just travel around just in the air and just all? Then I've held on to the idea until I got the skills to develop, and now I have the skills to develop, now the resources to develop, and we are developing flying cars.
Absolutely. And what's your so where are you at within that process?
Oh, we're right at the beginning. So we're planning to build the half scale, which will be, enough to carry a person or a whole bunch of packages. So if you could think of one of those large Amazon drones to deliver packages, that's what we are building at the moment. We have built a small scale drone. We have built a simulator, our pilot interface system, in order to, just to give an example, I was talking about this the other day. Kobe Bryant, right? Died of helicopters. I don't like helicopters, right? R&P to the GOAT, to the Mamba. But he should be here if he had a better vehicle, and even more so, on the pilot interface system, even if they had our system on that helicopter, he wouldn't have ran into a mountain. I understand fog. I understand limited visibility. But with the technology we have today, a pilot should see everything, even if he has limited visibility. So these are the systems that we were bringing about.
Absolutely. And can anybody use this simulator now?
Oh, yeah. Everybody has access to the simulator. You can check out our website, nanco.aero, nanco.aero. Head to the website. There's quite a few buttons to say, hey, try out the simulator. Please sign up. If you're interested in flying the real vehicle, definitely sign up. But yeah, you can fly the simulator. You need an Xbox controller, right? Our VR application we're working on right now, which would be, it's going to be fully immersive. We're going to put you in the vehicle and in the city flying around so you can really feel it and get the experience that we're talking about. So that's in development at the moment. Yeah, but get the regular version right now.
Yeah. And what would you say to somebody that says that a flying car isn't practical?
Isn't practical is kind of hard to say because
what should no let me rephrase that question. Not necessarily not practical, but I mean we already got cars. My cars fly, you know, man. Like what I need a flying car for?
You got place,
and then you got other people that's crazy. Why we need flying cars, man?
Well, I live in Houston. I'm not sure where you live, right? But we got crazy traffic, right? And in construction don't make it no better. People that can't drive don't make it no better. Accidents, stoplights out. So like everything just seems to be in the way. We are going to get all that stuff out of your way. Because again, in the sky, there's nothing there besides air and open road for you to fly. So you can't, it's hard to argue to say that, urban air mobility is not practical. I find it's the most practical way of transportation, right? And it's coming, right? The technology is good, and many of people have put something in the air. So a lot of aircraft can fly, but we are making the best, safest, efficient vehicle for you to fly.
For sure. Well, and you ain't no lie, because that is one thing we do at A1 Live is put it up in the air, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's another conversation for another day, man.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? So if we were able to give Shern a magic wand, what would the urban air mobility scene look like in the next 10 years in Houston?
Oh, well, we're selling. We have I'll say it for Magic, Walgreens World. I got the magic wand. We have our, let's say, showroom. We're selling vehicles and people are flying our vehicles. It is the leading air vehicle in this region, right? Because it will be built for this region, built for the safety and comfort for the people of this region. So, we'll be a household and lovable brand in terms of flying cars, which would be something brand new, bringing in an industry and an era of future, brand new, and us just being in the center of that, just showing love and receiving love,
Peace to that, man. Peace to that. Hey, man, you already know I'm here for it, man. And so, but before we get you out of here, man, I know, you've been so locked down and so focused on building this flying car and getting it off the ground and the different prototypes and everything related to that.
Right.
But New Age Nerds also does 3D printing. Somebody told me that. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. It's the brother company or sister company. Not really hasn't been getting much love. It definitely has been overshadowed by the urban air vehicles. But when it comes to innovating, doing what we're doing, a natural byproduct of innovation are the tools to make the innovation. So just for us to make our drones or urban air vehicles, we had to create custom 3D printing, custom production tools in order to produce them. So that's where, New Age Nerds and Nanco Aero differentiates, right? So the tools, the 3D printers, and all of the other needed, tools, right? So, the IoT type stuff, development, different types of boards, all of that will be on the New Age Nerd side. So just to give you a foresight of where we're going with it. But at the moment, the Prolific One are, one of the largest print volume, 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot print volume 3D printer is here. We are showcasing that around the city here, getting people experience with it. So it will be the next best 3D printer out there, right? So at an affordable range, but providing all of the needed benefits that an inventor, a maker will need to produce their prototypes as we have used it to produce ours.
Peace of that, man. Sharon, man, before we get you out of here, man, could you let everybody know how can they follow you? How can they support Nanco Aero? How can they get in on the ground level? Because in a matter of time, it's going to be too late.
Yep.
Hey, so find me at Cutter.Smooth on Instagram, Shern Peters on Facebook, newagenerds.com, nanco.aero. Just search New Age Nerds in Google or Shern Peters in Google. I'm sure you will find me because we got the branding of our companies down pat. So yeah, you can find me in multiple places. Just go ahead and search New Age Nerds, Urban Air Vehicles, Ether Rider, Space City, Center of Excellence. We got it all. That's who we are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, man, peace to you, my brother, man. We appreciate you joining us today, man. You already know you welcome anytime. I know where you at, so I might pull up on you, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Stay fly,
man.
so that's all I ask.
Hey, man, that's what we do, man. Shout out to you, man. Mr. Wade, Shaka, Shayla, man. We love the whole team, man. You stay up, man. My brother Shern, Cutter.Smooth,
Hi,
EP
Shern.
Digital. Stay fly, my brother.
Peace be upon y'all.
Peace. Man, oh man.
You guys think? All right. It's time to support some Black media. Today's film is coming from at Dealbreaker Studios on IG. So you guys tune in.
Yay. It's the foreign exchange student.
Anything interesting in the newspaper, babe?
Yeah, there's an article about foreign exchange students.
So what? Are you thinking about getting another kid for you? It's not like we got a grip on the one we've got now. I've been in and out of relationships with these boys around town.
You always look out for me.
Of course.
Is there someone special in your life besides Monique?
There is this boy I'm kind of talking to.
Wait, what? You know about a boy?
Hello, I'm Detective Washington. This is my partner, Detective Rogers.
I think it's probably best that you get away for a little while.
Hi. I am Mrs. Williams. I am the foreign exchange student representative here in the Houston area.
Hi, I'm Sinclair John.
Hi, I'm Andrew Reeves.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
This is my wife, Monica Reeves, and these two are our children.
Don't you want to put some clothes on?
Ain't nobody worried about Poe.
It's about Sinclair. Are you two not getting along? Miss Williams, that's the least of my problems right now. No, it's just there have been deaths that I think she's involved in. Sweetheart, are you sure? I just don't
Is
see her.
everything okay?
Oh, hi, Sinclair. We were just chit-chatting.
I don't know how you did things in the Dominican, but here at this school, we find cheating quite unacceptable.
I mean, I don't think she's crazy enough to come over here and start killing folks.
Someone was.
You think Sinclair had anything to do with this?
Baby!
What is up with your dislike for Sinclair?
There is nothing wrong with Sinclair.
So how's your adjustment going?
It's going. Meeting new people, making new friends.
Now, speaking of friends, I don't know how I would react if people were dying all around me.
People die every day. Guess who's next?
Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee. Don't be getting no foreign exchange students.
Hey, and that's already out right now, man. I didn't know my homie Rock was in there, man. Shout out to the homie Rock Living, man. You know what I'm saying? Let my boy be getting his act on.
Yeah, shout out to the six-figure filmmaker. His studios is the ones who released that movie. I was there for the opening night of that movie, so I just want to make sure. There's actually a foreign exchange a foreign exchange student too, also. So you guys gotta make sure you check out both of them. And he's actually about to start writing number 3.
Oh man, yeah. I'm excited about that one. Do you want to get your film featured? Hit us up on IG at Action One Media. We're always gonna support our local. We're always gonna support Black media. And J. Nicole, man, I like that shirt.
Man, you know, y'all gotta get y'all one. You see that support Black media shirt? Right now, you can get them online at moderntexasmedia.com/live. If you use the code #A1Live21, you get a 20% discount. That discount will not be around forever. Make sure you make this purchase because a portion of the proceeds actually go towards supporting Black media. So make sure you guys go online, moderntexasmedia.com/live and get yours today.
Yeah, man. Them shirts is fire. Fire. Well,
You can do a lot with them too. You know, I got mine tied up at the waist today. Y'all can't see the whole fit, you know. Yeah. But you can do a little snip, do whatever you want to do to jazz it up, but they fly just the way they are.
Oh yeah. Well, man, this is another great show. Happy to do this every week. Once again, make sure that you check us out on moderntexasmedia.com. You're going to see all the latest updates. You can always go back and watch A1 Live. You can see other creators. And hey, maybe you want to make you a show. We can help you do that. Get down with the real. That's how we do. Well, man, another week up, another week down. We did it. We made it. We still here. And we still going strong. J. Nicole, how we leave them every week?
Get in the action, baby. Yeah.
Yay. Peace.